Pax Christi Nigerian Catholics. The Catholic Diocese of Okigwe, in a notification dated 11th November 2024 and addressed to, quote, Your Eminences, Your Excellencies, Very Reverend Monsignori, Fathers, religious brothers and sisters, men and women of goodwill, end of quote, announces the release of Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubuike. The letter further says, quote, I am directed to inform you that one of our priests, Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubuike, who was kidnapped on the evening of Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, has been released. He was released in the early hours of today, Monday, November 11, 2024. While thanking you for your fervent prayers and show of love, I remain sincerely yours, Reverend Father, Very Reverend Father Princewell Iwanyawu, Chancellor, Secretary, Catholic Diocese of Okigwe. End of quote. We really wish to express gratitude to God Almighty for the release of Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubuike, and we want to express gratitude also to Catholics everywhere who prayed for the release of Father Emmanuel Azubuike. It is, again, to reiterate already what has been said before, quite unfortunate that kidnapping, particularly of Catholic priests, has become the mainstay of criminal minds in Nigeria. The church is now being seen as a money-making machine where priests can be kidnapped and demands made on their lives before they are released. This is hoping and praying that the security agencies do the needful to ensure that things like this do not happen again, especially as it concerns the Catholic Church here in Nigeria.
As lay people, you have a vocation to marriage. This marriage is not for everybody.
So the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja Archdiocese, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kaigama, had a few words of exhortation and encouragement to Catholics, particularly single Catholics who are aspiring towards marriage. And he basically said this: marriage is not for everybody. But why? Let's take a listen to what His Grace had to say.
As lay people, you have a vocation to marriage. This marriage is not for everybody. Those who marry anyhow, they don't live well. It's a vocation. So if you see that somebody is not married, don't criticize that person. Sometimes you find a lady who is 40 years or 55 or 50, and you say, oh, she's not married, it's a shame. It's not a shame. Marriage is a vocation. Even if you see a big man who is not married in Africa, they say, how can you be 30 years, 40 years, you are not married? Something is wrong with you. Something may not be wrong with him at all. Marriage is a vocation. What is the use of getting into marriage and every day you are beating your wife, or every day your wife is boxing you and all that, and you can't bring up good children? Marriage is a vocation.
So the words of His Excellency the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja Archdiocese need to be taken seriously. Stop stereotyping people. Oh, he's 45 years old, he's supposed to be married. That is none of your business. Focus on your lane and allow God to work in that person's life, okay? Instead of just criticizing someone simply because he's not married. Marriage is not, or life rather, is not about who gets married and who doesn't. I guess that is the very key lesson His Grace wants us to learn. As always, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to pray for your priests. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.